Hey, welcome back. Another evening, another route to tick off. This time something a little different, not a route badge, technically not a first look, but something that was announced today, the UCI Esports Cycling Worlds. Did I get that right? Probably not. Anyway, this is the course they're going to be racing for the UCI Worlds on Zwift. 4 times reverse Watopia Hilly and to the Watopia Volcano KOM, which you can see in the foreground there. So I thought while I wait for the tour to kick off, got another 38 minutes to go for that before we depart on stage 5. Again, one short Llama lab test. Oh, look at all the newbies. There's where Zwifters are born, right there. Give some ride-ons. That's where they all start their journey when they're doing the onboarding process. So 4 laps, reverse Watopia Hilly, Volcano KOM, and there's no use going to the top if you're not going to ride down the Volcano KOM, so we'll do that too. Probably, what's that, 52, 53 Ks, hour and a half, 90 minutes, something like that. Drop into the chat, say g'day. We'll have a quick chat early on about the UCI Worlds on Zwift and what we know about that so far. That info was released today from the UCI. Nothing hard tonight. Again, just cruising for the kilometres. We're up late anyway, so best be on the bike for a little bit before we go on the couch for a lot of it. Ticker fit tonight. Someone was asking about heart rate monitors last night. And funnily enough, I'd thrown the bibs on, the jersey on, forgot the heart rate monitor. I thought, it's exactly the right reason to find the ticker fit and throw that on. So, no other reason. Though it took me more time to find that than to actually take my top off, and not the point, it's the principle. We'll see how it goes. Looks good so far. We'll see how it goes during the Llama lab test too. 3 reportings tonight. Llama pedals, Llama duos. Suji again, smashing this power meter for some data. Back on the Dorado X, not the XR, Dorado X tonight. So, back to the future with that. Again, just some more, I guess you call it reference testing, while I can. If I'm going to go for a ride, I best off have everything dual recorded or triple recorded. Oh, and there's stereo, obviously, that's why I'm swerving everywhere. The bike tonight, Buffalo. World Bicycle Relief Buffalo bike. With, what have we got on? Oh, the beautiful disc. Because it looks ridiculous, that's the answer for that. And the deers, I think so too. Anyhow, join along. I hope everyone is well. We're still in stage 3 lockdown, hence me riding a lot indoors. Though the weather's turning for the good, we still really can't go anywhere. So, lots of riding indoors, lots of stuff to get through. But, making the most of it, I guess you'd call it. So, the UCI e-cycling champs. What is this all about? So a few notes that I've made here. Oh, good evening, chat. Sorry, I've hit the hills as I went to say good day. Greg, just I wasn't going to say a chilled ride. I've got to do a Llama lab test short in a moment, but I'm going to have a chat about the course that I'm on tonight. Reverse Watopia Hilly times 4, and then up the Volcano KOM. Same course for the virtual worlds for both men and women, same distance, I believe same price pool, and quality all around. It's good to see, very good to see. Woof. Alrighty, what's the sprint? If it's 15 or above, I'll have a crack. That's overall. Please someone have a really good time. I don't want 12. Good, excellent, thank you. 14:42, I might have had a go at that. 12:10. You can keep that green. Good job. What erg today? Tune's kicking in hard. Yeah, it's Base Rebels that I use here on YouTube. They're royalty free. I'm a member of their channel, so I give them a few dollars per month. Just as you can be a member of this channel, I'm a member of theirs to support what they do for music, rather than just the Zwift sounds and me breathing hard. If the music is too loud, let me know. Chat, you run the show. I'm just writing and talking. We have Discord. So, I've only got 2 people on my Discord list. It's only Ray and Von. So Von's currently finishing off the... what's Von doing? PRL half, I think, tonight. A bit loud, thank you. I can fix this. Turn down Chrome. How's that? Just a little bit down. I haven't got a Discord room. I've only got a Discord, like, my own account. Thank you, Chris. Right on, mate. Thank you. Kick a core or Flux 2? Kick a core on that one. That's an easy choice. Spot on. Thank you. Thoughts on the UCI Road Worlds on Zwift? Anyone? I've got to say, it's not the first. I believe the Zwift Worlds were held by Tam Burns many years ago. For a couple of years running. Tam and the crew ran the... I think they were the Community Worlds, but they were the Worlds. There was no other. Is it faster weaving on a hill than Zwift? No, it's not, Greg. There's no change to the gradient. It appears that the angle of the bike and moving forward isn't taken into account for the gradient simulation. It's just what it is as you're moving forward in a single plane. I guess that's what it would be. Let's try that. That didn't change. I think, oh bang. I think because it's just going to be too fast. Like some trainers just can't change resistance like as quickly as it needs to simulate delivering the mail. I'm on my side of the road. Yoo-hoo! This feels normal. The Worlds have steering. We don't. No, I don't think the Worlds will have steering. Hey, it'd be cool if it did. But if someone can get a hold of 200 stats or smarts, let me know. I think we can sell them for a pretty hefty profit on the black market. The underground. Hard to come by. Rightio, so what do we know about the Worlds? Here's a few notes that I have. So the selection criteria, as I write on the on-keen to oncoming traffic. Selection criteria, you've got to be registered with the UCI testing pool, or is it the national testing pool? So that means you're going to have to be a pro or national level under the UCI rules. Now, as an amateur rider, I have a license that's under Cycling Victoria, my local club, Cycling Victoria, Cycling Australia, and then the UCI above that. That's the hierarchy of my license. But I'm not part of a testing pool, so the average Joe, or the average Llama, not in for a chance. Which is kind of handy. I mean, the doping exists. There's prize, there's money involved here. So there's the selection criteria. Here's an interesting one. They have to be a level 5 Zwifter. You've got to have done at least 200 kilometers on Zwift before you can enter or before you can qualify. That's interesting. I think that's fair enough, because you don't want people on Zwift who just don't know the platform. It can be the trainers. I'll get to the trainers. I could talk all night about that one. So, if they're not familiar with Zwift, if you don't know the game, the dynamics, how it works, it's not going to be a good experience. Off the top of my head, Viviani getting dropped in the last couple of races that he did. Viviani don't get dropped. Ex-Italian national road champ. Viviani ain't getting dropped through the jungle, or it was Titan's Grove. So just experience with the game, and also the hardware and how it all operates together. So you've got to have at least 200 Ks in the bank on Zwift. We also saw, was it G, get dropped on the Champs-Élysées? It's a bit awkward. And just like in Yorkshire, the Worlds, it just starts bucketing rain on our Recon ride here. First time up of one of 4 before we go over to the volcano. So, Zwift experience counts. They've also, the allocation of places, similar to that of the Road Worlds. National federations are selected, given places. There's a lot of other criteria there. And then there's a lot of onus on the national federations to select the national team that will represent the country on the esports side of things. Along with that comes politics. That's life. That's how it is. If I was in a position where I was known to be a pain cave hero on the Watts, but not out on the road, you kind of want to contact your national federation pretty quick and find out who's making the decisions and offering your help to guide them to select the right people for the job, i.e. yourself. So a bit of social engineering there. That's the way to be played. Again, there's always politics. Look at Bling. Wasn't selected for the Tour de France. What is with that? Anyhow, that's always the game. Limited spots, there's always going to be a catfight. The UCI and Zwift may decide to invite a number of individual riders or national federations not already invited to participate as wildcards. The wildcard spots must be used as a mechanism to include additional high-profile riders. Reading between the lines, if they can pay appearance money, and Peter Sagan wants to show up, I guess Peter Sagan will get a spot. Remembering, it's marketing. It's a for-profit company. So, they're after maximum exposure. There's a clause for that. I think there's 70 spots up for selection and 30 slots, so maximum of 100 per grouping, male and female. So it's not as if that's an unfair rule. Sponsorship deal and everything's a little different. I guess more an Olympic style. I guess probably the UCI rules here too, but there's some interesting wording around representation of sponsors and visuals and who owns those for this event. It's happening, I think it's 8th and 9th of December. Charles got your Rappy Lock axles, cool. Nice one. Quick delivery there from Amazon. So selection, look, the Zwift Racers community have had a few words to say about that, but I think, yeah, it's tough. I personally wouldn't build a house on a foundation that I didn't own. Me being on YouTube is a massive risk for what I do. They've deleted the channel already. I have no control over that. If you have an esports cycling team and you are only Zwift, you want to have a pretty tight relationship with Zwift. But also, I think it's bigger than just Zwift. You can be across any platform. You've got to be agile enough to... I mean, the hardware's compatible with everything. So, anyhow, lots more to say on that. Zwiftcast coming up tomorrow. That will be discussed in depth with Simon, Nathan, and myself, and that'll be out by the weekend. So watch for that one. Zwiftcast on all your podcatching services now. Double power-ups, look, steering, double draft. We don't know. Yes, that's a heart rate monitor. It's the Ticker Fit. Somebody last night was asking about different heart rate monitors, so I thought I'd give this one a try tonight when I forgot to put my other one on. Looking good so far. Trainers. Trainers for the Zwift, the UCI e-cycling Worlds. All participants in the event will be provided with the same model of smart trainer. Boom. That said, they're solving that problem. So you're looking at up to 200 trainers being sent out worldwide because the participants will be doing this from their home. 200 trainers that are of acceptable standard to hold world championship titles with. I am excited to hear what they choose. The question will be, will it be what Zwift want to choose? Will it be what the UCI want to choose? Or will it simply be, what the hell can we do to get 200 trainers during this time? We shall see. September 15th looks like it's going to be the decision. I am hanging for that. I'm also maybe able to make some content around that. Depending on what trainer they choose, we could do here's the ins and outs of this trainer. Not all trainers are made equal. Some have pluses and minuses. I think if you're going to be at the pointy end of that, you don't know as much as you can about that trainer. Hanging to hear who they choose. Very hanging to hear. Gets interesting with sponsorships too. A few teams being obviously sponsored, but this is a little different. It's because you're representing your national federation, not so much your trade team. 200 trainers. That's a lot of dollars. Supplied by the organisation, which I believe would be the UCI and Zwift as a whole. What would I choose for fairness? Good question. Very good question. Well, I'll have a think about that. No wonder you can't get them for months. No, they're going to have trouble getting trainers. What's with the rain? Come on, Watopia. This is not showcasing the world's course for me. Almost one lap down, 3 to go, then we're up to the Volcano. Tour starts in 22 minutes, if anyone's tuning in for Stage 5's live streams. Now look, Wahoo Kicker 2020. But don't call it the 2020. Nothing wants to have 2020 attached to its name. It's been a horrible year. The Kicker 5 or the Kicker 18. No, they're really, they go hand in hand, those two. Unless they get the connection port sorted for data reliability. Hey Richard, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah. Oh, sorry, what's the little icon, little orange tick next to the companion icon? Oh, sorry, that's I'm a verified account. It's just that my identity is protected, I guess, so no one can jump in, call themselves Gplama and start dishing out good advice. I'm authorised to dish out bad advice, so you know it's me if I've got the tick. I think it's going to come down to who can supply 200 trainers. It really is. And I think the companies might have trouble supplying that many of the same trainer. Leading into trainer season, they're going to start distributing those through October and November. The rest of the world, most of the world, goes into trainer season. If other people are still in lockdown, like we are here, or go back into lockdown, yeah, who knows? Authorised for bad advice. You got it. You got it. Anyway, as soon as they announce it, I'll be all over it. We'll have a look. For that style of rider, if it's the tax range, it'd be the Neo 2T. It has to be the 2T. You could not go... Oh, if I had gone a little harder, I would have the orange. Oh, I've got to get this workout done anyway in a moment, so we'll do that. Watt Bike Adam 2 arriving very soon. Henry, mate, are you a betting man? I'm hanging out to see the reviews of the Adam first. But they say good things about the Adam 2. I had a conference call with Watt Bike. They let me know about the new inners. I'm authorised to kick IQ squared. Oh yeah. What happened there the other day? So they put out another update on where things are at. People get angry at me for having a set of IQ squared. Hey look, they sent me And I think I was pretty fair in that video. Look, we have to wait and see. The story is bigger than the power meter. It's more about their delivery. Can they deliver this in volume, in production? We don't know. And I didn't answer any of those. We just don't know. Ball's in their court. Any shade thrown my way for that? Well, what we saw is they were able to deliver an accurate single-sided power meter in volumes of 1 to me. Rays look pretty good too. We'll see how we go. Caleb sprint the other night, 1610 watts. Whew. For a little dude, that's a lot. Look, Caleb will only really even need to push out 1350 to 1400. Given his size and his aero, that will still rocket him past any bigger unit. I was talking about this the other night. Someone like Kittel, Greipel, who just can't get out of the wind. Caleb is... you see his frontal area. Holy hell. Unbelievable. Anyway, to get firmware version 5 on Kicker version 4 for self-calibration. I don't think so, Serge. Even if it was technically capable, I think the word there is business. They've got to give people a reason to upgrade. We don't know. We only saw the cadence come in on the 18 and the core as well. Not the previous one. Not a stupid question at all, Henry, at all. Can I explain what per kilo measurement? Is it based on user weight? Absolutely. The more weight you lose, the faster you go. Hey, orange. Well, I'm I didn't get it on the line, so. But hey, it's all good. Let's wear it proudly. Okay, what's per kilo? Yeah, it's just simply the wattage you're putting out divided by your weight. It's as simple as that. Does it normalize things? Typically, the heavier riders can put out more watts. It's not uncommon for a 90 kilo rider, 100 kilo rider to have an FTP of 350, maybe 380. But it doesn't mean they're going to be winning races because they have to haul that motor around like a big V8 versus a supercharged 6 or something like that. It kind of normalizes everything. Then the lighter riders are never going to have an FTP of that. I'm sure there's tour riders with lower FTPs than 380, except they probably weigh 50 kilos. So the watts per kilo as a ratio is right up there and on par with where they need to be. So it kind of normalizes everything. If you had to say the 100 kilo rider pushing out 400 watts, just cruising along, and your lighter rider pushing out 250 watts, and speed was based on just raw wattage, it's all over the shop. You're never going to be able to ride with them, even at the same effort. But if everyone's doing... Caleb is 67? Really? No. I reckon Caleb is 63. He's a little dude. Unless all that junk in the trunk weighs a lot. All his muscle. 67? Really? Kind of a price check on that. Yeah. But you never know. Depends on where the source is coming from. If it's their, procyclingstats.com, is it? You never really know. How to register for UCI Esports from India, is it possible anyone could participate in it? Ral, good question. If you head over to the UCI website, or the links that Zwift have put up to the UCI website, there's all the information there. It comes down to the national federations they've selected. I believe there's 20 who have got a selection. And then it's from there, just like the normal road worlds, the federations will select the team to represent the country. So if India are in that list, get in contact with your local federation, your national federation, and find out the process from there. I'm sure all the federations are like, holy hell, what is this? What do we have to do? But Zwift, I believe, and the UCI have opened up a week or so of questioning. So, 67 for a meter 65. Push. That's still pretty heavy. Even I've been down to, hey Gregory, I've been down to like 68, I think. And I'm a hell of a lot taller than that. Where's my wave? I get my wave on. Alright. So on the backside of the course for the UCI Recon. I'll get into Llama lab test short in a moment. I need to get some data from this stuff. Apologies if I've missed your question. Feel free to answer or ask. I'll answer, sure. Or ask it again if I've missed it. Junk in the trunk? That's not controversial. You want controversial? Jump on your local radio station and have a listen to WAP. I'm not talking about a wireless access point. How the hell that passes for anything, I don't know. Oh, good. Contador's done 20 minutes at 7 watts a kilo. That's not a 7 watts per kilo FTP. No, not really. But by doing the math, that's around, what, 6.6? Which is around that magic number. I'm sure Contador has been capable of a little higher than that in the past. Wink, wink. But hopefully what we're seeing now is what we're seeing. Good racing though. Good next generations coming through. Roglic, Pogacar, Remco, all new kids that make me more comfortable with being old and nowhere near that fast. Oh, the steak dinner, mate, yeah. A rider using clinchers won a stage. Not headline news, but apparently very good clickbait. Hershey. Yes, I knew nothing of that guy in the third. It was Hershey the other night, and God, I'm not a commentator. I'm horrible with names. I just enjoy the spectacle of pro cycling. And the last couple of Ks, who was it? Anna Philippe, Hershey and Yates. I didn't know Hershey. I didn't know who he was, but listening to the Move podcast, he won the under-17 Worlds the other year in Innsbruck. So not an unknown, obviously unknown to me. But I enjoy the scenery too, mate. Those hills in France, whoosh. Hey, I was going through some old hard drives today looking for the magpie swooping shot. I've been contacted by the Museum of Australia. Because I'm that old. They want some of my content for the Museum of Australia. Nothing to do with bikes. All to do with the swooping magpies. If you saw my Instagram from today, I put up a shot of the swooping magpie that I caught a couple of years back. They wanted the raw footage of that for an article on deadly Australian animals. I'll pull that up in a moment. Should turn this other fan on. So the Museum of Australia contacted me. So I was going through old hard drive, sorry, the story there. And I found all the footage of Ray and I riding the Stelvio. All the raw footage. That's amazing. If you live there, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the postcards, it's exactly like that. The background looks like a postcard. Beautiful part of the world. Alright, second time up the backside here. 2 more times in the volcano. Right. Headwind. Oh, not that. Oh, that's the kicker bike that Von's on. Don't connect to that. There we go. Oh, how good is a light breeze? Was it setting up a storm? The new Watt Bike Atom. So my concerns and criticisms of the original Watt Bike Atom were the design of the stepper motor and the lagginess of it on this very course. Coming down the hill, wouldn't stabilise for what I do. I get it that a lot of people use it for steady state stuff. Works well for them for what I needed and for what I could do on the thing. It just didn't sing my tune. But what the redesign was an electromagnet design rather than a stepper motor. So, in theory, should be good. Should be good. I've got two fans. I have a side fan. This moves air across me. Then one in front later on. Magpie shot. Let's have a look at that. I can pull it up on here. These are the birds that swoop. Direct drive trainer for a kid-sized bike. I'm not aware of any. I'd love to put a Brompton on a direct drive, but I'm not aware of any. One for the companies to answer direct. Boom. That's on a camera attached to the back of my head. Just before the bird snaps its beak and politely tells you to move on from its territory. So the raw footage of that's what the Australian Museum wanted for one of their articles. That'd be cool to see how they use that. It's the Avenue of Honour here in Ballarat. It's a good time trial course. Used that for the Nationals back in 2013. Durbo won that one. I think Matthews second or third. I had the privilege of sitting on the hot seat with Matthews for approximately 5 seconds before being told to dig it off because there was someone faster. I did get a bottle of water. So nice course, that one. Always a bit windy, part of sheep patrol. But this time of year, magpies patrol those waters. It's nasty. He's having a crack. He's having a good crack. So there's my magpie. Magpie shot. Where are it? Right-ons. The bogans. Richard, jeez. I forget about those. I was going through all my... looking for that footage today, and the amount of videos I've put up, damn. There's quite a few. That one was funny. So I just happened to be riding along with the camera front and back and turned on. Typically I only have the front on every now and then. But this day I had cameras front and back. And those bogans... What would you call a bogan in nice terms? People of lesser human value to others than you'd have for yourself. Redneck would be a compliment. No, they're probably lower. Anyhow, they had a good crack at me out the window. They gave me about 2 or 3 meters. They went wide around me. 2 guys out the window giving me hell just simply for being a cyclist, because obviously I deserved to be abused for being a cyclist. We all know about that. And they had a crack. What was funny is the guy in the back, he couldn't wind his window down fast enough, and he's shouting into the window pretty much at himself. So we had a bit of a review of that online. Bit of fun. They were having a crack. Or they tried. The photo's in Ballarat, yeah, just out the road here. Avenue of Honour. If you load up Google Maps, Avenue of Honour, Ballarat. Nice little stretch of road. 1% slower. It's time to throw in the towel. Actually, that was pretty close, wasn't it? All right, twice more up. There we go. Do I know the question you were going to ask? It's probably going to be Kicker or Neo. That's a question for the UCI and Zwift. What are they going to select for the UCI Road Worlds on Zwift? Virtual Worlds. I keep calling them the Road Worlds. That's what we always call them. Kicker Spin Down says every ride. App says every couple of weeks. Who says every ride? Kicker Snap? Yes. Ideally every ride. Kicker Core, Kicker Direct Drive. Every few weeks is fine. There's a lot of misinformation out there that has hung around since the version 1 of the Kicker. Now, version 1 of the Kicker, 2014 model, with the weird handle, not the good handle, had a strain gauge. And you could hear it, and you could influence it by pressing it forward. So that was a physical strain gauge power meter. That's the thing that required a spin down nearly every ride, or if you packed it up or you moved it, because that thing could be messed with a little bit. It could change. It needed to be calibrated almost every ride. And then they released a new firmware for that, and you don't need to anymore. However, the legacy being that that was the first kicker that was out, that was the information that was out there. So, no. Whoa, steer. Steer. Look at all these people, right-ons. All right, 2 more laps. Then we're up the volcano. Tons of people on tonight. So the road worlds, where will it be decided? I think it's going to be, there's no question, this 9.1 kilometre route times 4 is enough to thin out the numbers. The bunch will be in half. There won't be any more than 30 to 50 riders sitting at the base of the volcano. For a number of reasons. That hill's long enough to sap enough energy 4 times over if it's flat out. Up the volcano, probably a sprint to the finish by about 4 or 5 riders. I think there's some good attack points there. Anybody selected for the Road Worlds on Zwift will want to really study the volcano climb. The part in the middle, where it really flattens out, you got to employ a strategy there that's going to work for whatever you got left in the tank. If you got heaps, give it heaps through there. If not, you can back off, save a bit of energy, and then go. We'll see that in 2 laps' time. Stages Smart Bike? No, not yet. I've been riding it a bit. The data's still over with stages. How much do I weigh, Shane? I think I'm around 74. That's what my Zwift profile says, so let's run with that. Haven't been on the scales for a few weeks. Any tips on a Dorado X? I'm on one right now. Spin down? Not necessarily. I do one just because it's there to do. Once it's done once, I found them to be pretty good. The original Dorado is still a reference point that I use. Dave, welcome along. Good to see you, mate. Recon tonight of the e-cycling worlds course, 52 Ks. So 4 laps of reverse hilly, and then Watopia Volcano KOM. So spin down every few weeks. If you have a power meter on the bike, you're good. Just use that if you want. Strap on the arm, ticker fit. Heart rate strap. Used because someone was asking yesterday about that. No drops. Oh, looking good over Bluetooth. Happy days. All right. 20 Ks in. I've delayed enough. Let's get this erg session done. Chat, apologies if I've missed any of your question. Cycling can make a comeback. Don't know. What else have we got there? Tips on Dorado, we got there. No dates on final stages bike test. Soon, it's next to me. I've been riding it a lot. Coming soon. If you have any specific questions about it, fire away. New hammerhead unit now has a beep in a smaller form factor. Yes. Lance Armstrong's take on that. Obviously, he's an investor, so take this with a grain of salt. He's calling the new Hammerhead Karoo K2 the iPhone 11 to your grandma's old flip phone with everything else on the market. Not quite the case, Lance. Not quite it. But a good line to run with. People remember that one. But no, it's just like trains, just like bikes, just like cars. There's no one size fits all, and there's no one solution that solves everything for everyone. But good to see they've addressed the 2 big elephants in the room. The literal elephant being the Hammerhead Karoo 1. Massive unit. And yeah, it has a beeper. I think it should come out with a speaker, not just a beeper. We're beyond 15 years ago from Garmin. They had those beepers years ago. Casio watches had beepers. But I just want to watch YouTube as I'm riding out on the road. Oh, that's a bit inappropriate, isn't it? But so's riding GTA and shooting people, so we got away with that. Rise of Japan, how you doing? A new map. A new route. Oof. I'm committed to this gear. I'm committed to my knees. Hurting. 47. Good to see you, Rise of Japan. Take a lot of inspiration from a few of the videos that Rise of Japan has done, especially with his Di2 tinkering. Definitely got me interested in how easy it all is. Once you get your head around it all, and the ups and downs. What else have I got? I've got to swap Von's disc rotors over to the Durace ones on her new bike. Von says I'm not allowed to do a new bike day video on her new bike until we get the new rotors on. So I've got to do that. In doing that, I do have the disc alignment tool. Rise of Japan, I believe you've done the disc alignment, the little keyring thing you put between, you tighten things up. Got myself one of those. I also have some shims. Some 0.2 mil shims in case we switch those wheels over. I do have a spare set of disc wheels here that we could use, even though Von's are 160 on the front. Precision of power ready on the Stages bike on erg mode. Not good enough for me at the moment is the answer on that. And that's one of the hold-ups. But what I need to know is, is it me? Is it the power meters that I'm using? Is it multiple sets of power meters that I'm using? Or is it the bike? Or could it be I'm trying different crank lengths, different firmwares, and everything like that. So, look, it's not too far off, but I want to make sure that I'm ticking all the boxes on that one. Dave, you want an RTL 500 on an auction site? Yeah, good call. Not missing much at all over the new radars, especially the RTL 500 and 510. The only thing really different there is the form factor, brightness, function-wise, both the same, both just Ant Plus light devices. Yeah, the 515 with the Bluetooth is really handy. So I have headphones on when I ride, just for light tunes. Pretty low traffic where I am. But it now, like loud enough to hear the head unit beep when there's a car behind me. But also now with the Vario radar up, there's Bluetooth to the 515. I get the big tick in the ear, ding, ding, bing, bing, car behind me, which is brilliant. All right, okay, anybody riding with me? I'm just about to kick into erg for a moment. I'll look at 5 minutes. And then we're doing some shorter stuff. Woof. Erg mode. I'm not a fan, training-wise, I'm not a fan of erg mode. Because out on the road, there's no erg mode. Especially individual time trials. There's no erg mode. You have to select the wattage. And you have to regulate your pace. Erg. Ergo stands for the word work. Was it the Greek word for work? I think it comes from a rowing machine. I've done a video on all about erg. Forces you to work. It does. You've got no choice. Speaking of which, I'll get in the right gear. Right in the center of the cassette. 39 in the front. I think it's a 39. Jeez. I better not be cheating myself for running a compact. No, it's a 39. We're good. It's like ARG. Yeah. Having a whole group pair to your radar. It's possible. Accuracy gets a bit dodgy though if you're not sitting on the back. Yeah, Henry, go check that one out. Erg Mode Explained, Gplama. It's a little old now, but erg hasn't changed. And watch out for the spiral of death. Fully explained in that video, and demonstrated too. What gear do I use on the kicker bike for erg mode? The gearing on the kicker bike doesn't matter, it's all virtual. So it doesn't really change much. It's almost a year old now that I've had that. I'm not sure I did the erg mode flywheel speed test on that one. Don't know. It's not like a geared bike though in a normal flywheel. Okay, stop delaying. Erg time. Rightio, Llama lab test short. 200, 250. Into the short ones. We'll skip half of it. I just need I just need those 2 5-minute zones. And what better time to do it as we're going up the hill. Excellent. Excellent. Tubulito tubes? No. I can't bring myself to spend $30 or $40 on an inner tube. I'm keen to see them. I've seen everyone talk about the tubulitos. I want to see one just blown up and touched and felt and poked and cut and, you know, that... the thing that you do when you have something yourself. So if I can get a hold of one, I'll have a look. I want to know... anything that light, is it something that you're going to be on the side of the road, freezing cold, it's bucketing down with rain, you're like, I just want to get this damn tube in, you try and put it in, can't do it with your hands, grab your tie levers out and you pinch the is it the kind of tube you pinch? People, okay, sets, cool, I'll have a look. Awesome. No difference between big chainring or little for wet mode, erg mode. Damn you, autocorrect. On kicker bike, no. Not that I'm aware of. Not that I can recall. It's always, it's because it's a virtual flywheel. Having said that, the Neo does have differences though. All right, 5 minutes, 200, let's get it done. It's not too hard. Mountain biking, yes. Did a 24-hour enduro ride, the Mont 24 up in Canberra a couple of years back. Enjoyed that, that was heaps of fun. I like the fire trails, the non-technical stuff. Suited me down to a T, the time trial efforts. Jet Black Vault, I've heard of them, I don't know anything about them though, no. Aren't recommended for rim brake clinches. There you go. They get way too hot and would likely explode. Though carbon rim clinches also explode under the right condition, or the wrong conditions. They have a clincher version though, don't they? Emergency spares, yep. They pack down, yeah. Are they thin though? What do they like to touch? I'm scared of them. I'm scared of how much they cost. Alright, second last time up here. Though I can't complain, I'm in erg. How tall am I? I think I'm 181, 182. But I'm getting older now, so let's go with 178. I'm likely shrinking. More drink. Alright, we're about halfway done, because it's another lap of this, then the volcano. It doesn't feel like a normal tube at all. That's what I wanted to know. Does it feel pinchy if you were to install it, or if you were to install it with tie levers? Can we prepare a complete profile of the Llama for the Q&A tonight? Just ask for my mother's brother's last name. What else do you want to know? Do you want me to click every square that has a traffic light? You can get past the security that way too. Okay, you've been running for the year, Peter. Cool, okay. Now, do they hold air, or do they leak air like latex? See, this is a Q&A for me. I'm drilling everyone else. This is great. We should be cutting corners. Foam liners in tubeless tyres. Really? Okay, so they leak as much as latex, which is a reinflation every ride. Whew. All right. Oh, we're nearly at the 250 part. Session 2 for the day. I pulled the pin on session 1 again. Got a bit tired after last night's 70Ks. TDF so far, fantastic. Well, first of all, it's on, which if I was a betting man, I would have lost money on that. We will see after the first rest day COVID test results if it's going to continue to be on. Good racing. Always something happening at the tour. Caleb got a win. We've had different winners every day, I think. $250, welcome along to the party and to my legs. I hope Zwift have TD bikes that draft in the future so you can pull off, swing to the back, swing back on. That'd be cool. Thank you, Ned. I'll check that out. Do I ride my older giant back? No, now I have a new machine with discs and a smaller, better fit. It's about 50-50 what I'm riding at the moment. It's handy having two bikes. Well, every cyclist needs more than one bike. Just the amount of swapping of components that I do. The bottom bracket especially. I set a new PR, did I? Haven't been up there for a while. New course? No. It's a new route. Well, it's a route. 4 by reverse Watopia Hilly, 1 by Volcano KOM, which we shall get to on the next lap. We still have another one of these to go. Zwiftcast is still running, recording tomorrow afternoon, my time. That assignment took August off. For professional amateurs of the world, it will be for pros who are on the UCI testing. So just like normal road worlds, no different. Except for probably a few wild cards. Not a badge, no. Should be a badge. You watch, they'll likely make it a badge a day after I complete the route. I got a note on Strava after doing big foothills the other night. Was it big foothills? Or one of the longer ones? Saying, well done. Here's your other matched rides for this route. Indicating I'd already done the route before the badges came along. Will the pros take it seriously? Well, given the selection criteria is a little bit more strict than the pro teams, the trade team stuff, I'd hope so. I'd hope so. Whether they take the jersey seriously and the competition, but I think there's going to be more fight. Dare I say, more respect for the event. If the selection criteria is a little tougher than just being asked by your team manager, hey, we've accepted to ride this event. Do you have a trainer? Can you just jump on and tick it over for us? Which is how some of them have ridden their race. That's business though. That's how it goes. Come on, 250. Oh, we're nearly done. This is just 5 minutes. Good. No, the tack steerer. No luck there. Confidence. I think in every one of those competitions, the riders at the front, they were taking it serious. There's no question there. And we can see that because we can see their wattage. All right, one last time then we're turning off. So next time around we go right. So I do need... This is normally the sprint. I've got nothing. I'll give it a bit of a spike though. Give me a sec. Alrighty. And chill for a little bit. So that little graph down there, Llama lab test short, 200 steady state, into 250 steady state, around 90 to 95 RPM, into a sprint. If you've seen any of my power meter or trainer reviews, you'll see that in the DCR analyzer. It's good to have a set protocol so we can compare things one against another or over time even, which is good. Whew. Okay. 4 minutes chill, we're in sim mode. So this is the kind of cool part, or your unique part about these workouts, is that this is a combination of both erg and sim. Most platforms will put you in erg, and there we are, or level, and there we are. Or sim, and there you are. This is both, all in one. So I like the free ride sections. You'll not see me row, no. Not gonna happen. Opportunity there for someone to spin up a Zwift row channel. My question with rowing is, which way do you face? Where do you put the screen? I mean, for realism, you put the screen behind you, wouldn't you? or there's the you'd have two, one in front of you, one behind, and the one in front would be going in reverse. 1200 watts. That's just a short little spike I did for that. The other morning I hit 1100 for 10 seconds. I was happy with that. I was aiming for that for a while. Not specifically training for it, just been aiming for it. It's one of those goals where you wish you did something, but never really do something about it. But I hit 1100 on the Stages bike, helped by putting the brakes on to really boost the wattage when things were dropping down. So putting the brakes on doesn't artificially increase the watts. I still have to press on the pedals. Big group. Right on, dudes. But it just kicked in right at the right time. Oh, stretch. Okay, so we're going to do some overs and unders in a minute. Now, overs and unders on a stepper motor trainer. Any bets on what's going to happen? Quick chat, let's go. Got a minute to guess. Stepper motor trainer, overs and unders, 20 seconds. Short, sharp. Because we might be in for a surprise. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, the tours are on. Damn it. I gotta stop doing this work. I'm gonna load the tour in a minute while we're still doing the last lap here. How many in the breakaway, anybody? I haven't loaded it yet. 34 seconds, I gotta do this work. Okay, back in the same gear. Do I have any old footage from Zwift, mate? I have lots of old footage from Zwift. I can't talk about this at all, but I've got Jarvis that works on an old machine. Can't talk about it. God damn, I've got to do a stream of it one day though. Jarvis Island. I have it and it works. I'm sure I'll get in trouble if I stream that though. I've got to do it. 150, alright, come on. I think I've got this in me. This part, I'm going to clear this 150 section, no worries. No breakaway yet. Scrap that, someone's just gone. I love it. Alright, ready? Bring it. 350, there it goes. It's like getting a needle. You know what's going to hurt. Zwift does have 3D support. Look at that. Hey, hey. That's a stepper motor that's behaving. Look at that. Cheers, Alex. Enjoy the tour, mate. Thanks for dropping by. I'll join you in a moment. Got a little bit of this to go. Not bad. 450 is going to hurt. If they both do 5 kilowatts a kilo up a hill at 10 degrees, likely the lighter rider will get faster because of a little tiny bit of aerodynamics and rolling resistance differences. Ooh, hello 450. Can you hold? Not quite. We're above. We're well above. 500. That's real too. Okay. So it's not behaving at 450, but it's holding 500 well. All right. Once more. 500. What's it going to make me do? All the powers agree. Oh! It's just not hitting the right set point. But that's looking alright. Smoothness wise. The tack steering frame will not work with Zwift. We don't need to test that, it just doesn't work. Different protocol. Different standards. Well, standards. There's no standard. Yeah, erg on the 450 there. Overshoots. I will say it may not be a production setup. It's a production trainer. I may have tinkered with some things, so it's a lot smoother though. Rather than it searching for that point. It does a little bit, but we'll look at the data after this one. Numbers wise, it's good though. Whew. Braking in game is a difficult one to simulate. As you point out, the brakes on smart bikes do the opposite at the moment. They just slow the flywheel down and allow you to put more torque into the pedals and cranks, which in turn results in your avatar going faster because there's two realities at play. They're related and connected, but not the same. It's the same with training difficulty. Oof. I'm out of gears. So until those two realities are a little closer aligned with what a smart bike does physically and in game, it's going to be a bit weird for braking. The biggest concern with braking is if you're on a crit course with a tight corner and the game forces you to brake automatically, then all people are going to do is just sprint into the corner, sprint through the corner, have the game slow you down, and then slingshot out as soon as that restriction is off. And that's not realistic racing at all. So they have to punish people for doing that. So it's a tough one. Okay, this test here, I'm not sure I'll complete the whole lot. It's just a flywheel speed test. I mean, the easiest gear I have at the moment, 39.20 something. So slow flywheel speed. 90 seconds. Then we go up, and the last one will always fall over, which is 53.11. Hardly any trainer can hold onto erg whilst the flywheel is going nuts. Whew. Do I need one more lap for this? How's my math? That can't be right. Where's this UCI documentation? They said 4 laps of Watopia flat, and then Volcano KOM being 52k or 53k. That doesn't work out, does it? It says me in erg mode. If anybody can double check that, I think I've stuffed something up. If not, we're going to the Volcano KOM now. Wait for it to stabilise. Yeah, you can see that we've always said the Doritos always in the middle ring or the small ring mid cassette for erg, and this is why. So the flywheel's is going too quick for it. It's doing resistance, and the power is accurate, but it's just not holding erg. Alright, I'll pull the pin on that one there. It's not worth going through. The next one's going to completely not do anything right. So this is 4 laps. Right, chat crew, how are we doing for the... You're doing Watopia Hilly, not flat. No, it's Watopia Hilly. I think it was Watopia Hilly reverse, I'm pretty sure. If that's flat, no way. They could not race the worlds on Watopia flat. No. And it was a 9.1k. Where are we? Let's have a look. Okay, tour. I'll have to jump that up as well in a moment. Documentation. If it's 5 laps, I can commit to 5 laps. Event overview. Watopia Hilly reverse plus Volcano KOM finish. 50. It's 5 times Watopia Hilly reverse. We're going around again, crew. You. Cool. Okay. That was 5. I thought it was 4. Documentation over on the UCI. Link to from Zwift races. So I got to that pretty quick. Off. Another lap. I'm glad you're happy. Thanks, crew. Do I know why the Kicker 5 has an interconnect cable at the back? Absolutely. They're looking at adding a wire, so in the future they can remove it and call it new. It's going to give them an option. People are calling for wired trainers. That allows them a cheaper and easier way for now to give connectivity that I believe was an RJ24, RJ11, something port on the back, probably just a serial port, something. And that will allow them to plug something in there. That something could be, let's hypothetically say, an Ethernet adapter. So the trainer could go on your network. And then from there, grabs a DHCP lease, jumps on your network like every other device in your house, like the Google Homes and your phones and your computers and every single thing that you buy these days that has power. Goes on your network, connects to everything. Now, going on your network's not a bad thing. If it's on 5 gig, it's going to be away from this 2.4 mess. If it's 5 gig Wi-Fi, it's going to be around 2 millisecond ping time. Well, latency is going to be crazy. At the moment, you have a minimum of 4 hertz connecting to your trainers and heart rate monitors and everything. So you're looking at a minimum of 250 milliseconds. So what's that, 100 times faster? 10 times faster? Whatever the math is, it's late. Security is taken care of by something else. The train doesn't have to worry about security. It's done by the transport, the network protocols. Makes sense. So that's why they've got a port in the back. So that'll be stage 1. So connect to something, let's just say the hypothetical network device. Boom, plug it in, goes to your network. All the people support it. The Zwift Companion app already does this. The Zwift Companion app does exactly this. Connects everything to Bluetooth, converts everything into IP, goes over your Wi-Fi. Done. Same as that. And then probably the next generation or the next 2 generations down the track, they can incorporate that connection and just put a Wi-Fi chip on the trainer. Trainers should be Wi-Fi already. Smart bikes should be Wi-Fi smart hubs already to connect all your peripherals locally and then send it through your Wi-Fi. But we're still a few years behind on what can be done. Bora keeping things together for Sagan. Cool. We're in for another lap here so we can get the full UCI course Recon. Who's got the orange and what time is it? Oh, 12:22. Boom. KY, that's a slippery time. Good job. Was that a dad joke? Don't explain that one to your kids. The wide connection will end up dropping the open standards. Open standards aren't fast enough. They're not as in to develop. There's no steering Ant Plus. Where's that? Whereas we've now got steering devices. Of course it was a terrible joke. Terrible jokes and bad advice. That's what we're here for. And another lap, apparently. Sagan in green. So anyway, what's Sagan up to lately? It doesn't look as quick and as snappy, but that's not really what the green jersey's about. It's about consistency. Open standards are great, but a closed standard is also good if everyone supports it. It worries me these smart bikes that we have are still have relatively unused functionality. All these extra buttons that don't do anything. Once more around, then we turn right. Come on, right, thanks for joining along. I'm enjoying the chat. Twitch, good to see Twitch on. Everybody over there. I haven't seen the Twitch management console. So someone came in and started throwing some 12-year-old shade, which was dealt with. And then I found out how to moderate things by with all the configuration there, just some standard stuff that YouTube has already built in. So that was handy. But there's also the admin console. Gotta find that. Once that happens, let's load up the tour and have a look at that. We don't want to miss that. The racing's been good so far. Done. How's everyone watching the tour? Is everyone watching on the GCN app, or are you watching on your national broadcaster? Streaming, let us know. I better mute that or I'll get done for Cocker. Oh, that view. Okay, I'm at 171.6k to go. That's what I'm seeing on the stream that I have next to me. I can't pull up. I wanted to pull up the Twitch dashboard, but I've got no idea where to even find that at the moment. Create a dashboard. There we go. Stream manager. Oh. Hey Twitch, I can run a 60-second ad break. I have the power. No, I won't do that for you. SBS, Eurosport. So is going well. I kind of figured it's there when I'm just writing and doing other things. Oh, who is racing the Esports Worlds? Max, we don't know. Selections up to the national federations. I will publish those. There's going to be some test events running. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. Wait and see. I suspect a lot of the riders we saw in the virtual Tour de France will be putting their hands up for both their national federations and a wild card if they don't get picked by the national federations. 100 riders per bunch, I think it is. That's cool. 12 seconds sprint time, that's a nice one. I'm on the wrong screen for the feather. There we go. Oh, good. Fagurug, thank you for subscribing. SBS Alive now, but have to be. Oh, do the sprint? No. I still have to climb the volcano. We're going to be here for a while. I'll give you 500 watts for this sprint. How's that? No more. Bang. Maybe a little bit more. How close can I get? No. Oh, I dropped 2 watts. Just chilling. Done. Now, missing 2 seconds. That ain't easy. No, good job at a 12 on that one. Whew. Garmin Vector Pedals version 4. Haven't heard. I hope if they do a 4, it has an internal battery. The Asciomas with the inbuilt battery always worried me. It's like, oh, I can't change the battery. What if I want these for the rest of my life? I want these to last 15 years. Well, I don't think anything lasts 15 years. But it's always nice to have something that you think is going to be good indefinitely. But I think the Asciomas have shown that they're fine. My original set, not on this bike, the other bike, still going well. 2 years, 2.5 years. Recharges on those, I'm probably still no more than 10 recharge cycles, I wouldn't think. Maybe 15? It's not often. It really isn't that often. No, my canal I test boats on. But in the channel... All good, Gunner. Quark Riken, not the Riken, no. Either side of the Riken, yes, the original Quark S-Works spiders. We've had 4 of those pass through the Llama lab over the years. Then the D0 units. And the... what's the other one? It was the SRAM power meters, which is the Quark. What am I buffering for? The Worlds are now taking place in Italy. 24th and 27th of September. Really? That early? Okay, where's my live stream? $165 to go. Anna Philippe looking good. Running yellow evade. Evade 2. Classy. Anna Philippe in yellow looks so good. Good rider. Good to watch. Entertaining, I think, is the key there. Entertaining. Ambitious for the WC. Ambitious. I ain't gonna be racing it, I can give you that. I get to ride the course though. Everyone does. Andrew, I'm with you. Let's skip the 2020 altogether. It is the 13th floor. I'm stuffing my face doing 100 watts. I'm not going to do any well in any competition at the moment. Hey, Peter. All right, Tommy asks, what equipment am I on right now? Let's go. Starting from the front. The Elite Sturzo on the front. Sturzo Smart. On the back, the Diretto X. The baby brother of the Diretto XR, and the older brother of the Diretto. On top of that, giant TCR 2013, which you may have seen upgraded to Di2 the other day. Going well. Crankset, Rotor L2, crankset with a Suji power meter, ASIO Maduros on top of those. 3 Garmin Edge head units, recording the 3 power sources. Saddle, specialized power on this one. That's about it. Oh, heart rate strap, that's the Wahoo ticker. Giving that a shot tonight. It seems to have held charge pretty well too. Bottles, come in my favorite color, blue, with the movie star ones. Good time to grab a drink at, what, 11%? Woof. Go wide. Good idea. Indoor rides for the longer ones. I have a mix of sugar mix and water. I should announce the gear that I'm in. I used to have it on screen, and little images and things. Again, it's another way I could enhance the stream. Hang on, let me scroll back through. What is the best trainer for the Worlds? The best trainer for the Worlds for them to select is the one that they can find 200 of. That's the challenge. I can supply about 50 trainers, but they're all going to be different. The Elite Fly bottles, these are the Fly thermal bottles. Just because I chuck them in the fridge overnight. And I say pretty good. Cannibal XC cages, I'm not sure of the Cannibal cages. The Elite Fly bottles, the squeezy ones though, they're my faves. You can get full squeeze on those. I have some nice, the new colorway. Is that the new word people are using in marketing? Colorway? The pastel colored ones? Oh, you might have seen those on the, hang on. I can pull those up too. So my smart desk is coming soon. I found more ways to make my smart desk smarter, so that's on hold for now until I make it even cooler. But you see, here we go. There we go. So there's the smart desk being half built. They're the new colorways for LED flies. Fluoro Az and mint. I'll call that mint. What's the mountain symbol next to the Japanese rider's name? They have the fastest time on the Volcano KOM, or is it the Volcano circuit? Possibly the KOM. So Hide is the quickest on that list. And if we see, click over here on the dots, we will see it. There we go. Not the Volcano. There we go. Bang. Volcano KOM. .808. I won't be touching 808 up there as we head to the volcano to finish off this ride. So about 10k to go. And I have the thermo mug. Again, where was my thermo mug? It was freezing cold and I had a warm coffee in the middle of nowhere. There. I take coffee with milk, yes. Sue me on that one. I like my strong skinny lattes. Freezing cold. And I sculled half of that there and half on the way home. So it was the other bottle upgrade. Now we don't need those indoors though. That was good. It's handy having the Instagram there on that bring in. And if you saw last night's stream, I brought in Discord video. It worked really, really well. So we'll have to arrange a few more chats with people to bring people in. We had Von on. We had Ray. And it was good bringing Ray in. Ray was out for a run when I messaged him. I said, oh, have you got a sec? And he goes, oh, I'm walking back to the DCR cave. And you could have chatted to me on the street. He has enough bandwidth for that. But I thought, no, wait till you get back into the DCR cave. And Ray, knowing audio and video and lighting, he sat there on the desk. Perfect shot. And we just had a chat, come through live. First, hey, Von, you up for a chat on Discord? Can I bring you in to make sure it all works on day 2? Let us know. We need an update on how your PRL half went. Let us know. We'll bring you in for a chat. As I crest this for the 5th and final time tonight. And the slowest time tonight. Oh no, previous 6:28. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Big Ring VR. I haven't tried Big Ring VR. But I believe the creator of Big Ring VR is at the DCR open house every year. 160k to go. What's that? 100 miles in freedom units, and we have one rider at the back. Mrs. Llama for the win. Von, they're requesting it. Von has more fans than I. I'm okay with that. I have 2 fans just here. Von has all the fans in the chat. We'll try and bring Von in. But thanks everyone for coming along tonight. These little rides are not... It feels weird being a resource channel with how-tos and tips. And trust me, there's a ton of that stuff coming up, but it's really cool to be able to jump on here, ride my bike, catch up with everybody in real time. You get instant responses. I get instant answers. It's not just you guys asking me questions, it's me asking you stuff. I'm learning more here too. So this is good. Reporting from the couch. Von's clocked off for the night. Okay, there we go. Here's Von's username on Discord. All right, we'll bring Von in another day. But we can bring in anyone, anywhere, anytime if they have a Discord video set up, even audio too. Rides of Japan may be interested. Handball. Oh, look out. There's a challenge. Tobias has gone very quiet. Nah, all good. If you want to jump in one day, just ping me offline. Though there's no such... I'm always online. Alright, getting up to 666 ride-ons. It's a lucky number for some. We'll give some back. We need a maxi sesh. There we go. T. Gorham from the USA. Thank you for your 666th ride-on. Alright, final lap of the reverse Watopia Hilly, which will feature in the road cycling virtual worlds. Both men and women doing the same distance. Not presentable at the moment. All good, mate. Throwing it out there. Let's catch up one day. We'll do a ride, or we'll have a chat about what's new. Twitter bomb to the Llama Club. Okay. I did get a response. Hi Shane, thank you for your email. Thanks for reaching out. You can appreciate at this point in time we get a lot of... No, I don't know. It was... The club's functionality is... it's not ready for what exactly what I want. And I want it for what I want is to, as I said, hey Demon, spin up the Llama Club, run only Llama events. Clubs at the moment is being used in other ways for event management. So whilst it's there and it's coming and it shouldn't be too far away, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And when I need to unleash the hounds and everyone needs to raise a support ticket for me so we can get... We'll get a few thousand in the club, I hope. I'll let you know when. But that means rides like this can be on the calendar for, what, a week or two out. We can do it at different times. People can join in. It's going to be cool. I really look forward to that rather than meetups. But anybody who's joining me for these rides, just jumping in and riding, that's cool. The descent parties were always very popular. All right, 47 Ks. And we do a turn up here. Let's do it. Stop dropping me. Mate, you're not getting a draft if I'm over this side of the road. Oh, dude. Front bike and that helmet. I'm on the Buffalo bike. Here we go. We're turning. This is it, the grand finale of the Recon. That was a pretty good build-up, wasn't it? April Fool's Llama suit. Hey, I might be able to stream in my birthday suit in a couple of days. Filthy. But some guy did... It's my birthday. I might do a birthday stream just for the hell of it. I'm very ISO. Who else is going to come to the party? Some guy streaming in a Borat costume the other month. I've still got soap in my eyes trying to wash that memory out. Llama Club. It will happen. It will happen. It will happen. It'll definitely be announced in the member section. So if you're a member of, if you're a subscriber, that's awesome. If you're a viewer, that's what it's all about. View time on YouTube. If you enjoy what I'm doing, thank you for the views. If you're a subscriber, that's awesome. If you're a member of the channel, that's even awesomer. And you get a little bit of insight every now and then on the community tab. And that's where we'll put up the club as a first place. So if you are a channel member, and one of the perks of being a channel member is GP Sheepy will follow you if you request a follow. Here's another question. Which way will the UCI Road Worlds go? I'm going to go right, because I'm pretty sure that's where they're going to head. Because the other way is a bit of a snake the way up. I think this is the way they're going to go for the Worlds. Hasn't been specified. But the member section is where you'll find out more about the membership club. Gplama club on here. But everyone will be welcome once that's set up and riding. Eye soap, mate. Steel wool in the eyes after that. No one should Zwift in a Borat costume, but I will not forget that. I will not forget what not to do. Yeah, birthday stream. Let's do it. September 9th. Oh, damn it. There's that security profile on me again. Though I haven't said my mother's maiden name. So if you've clicked all the squares that have cars in them, and you click on September 9th, that's it, I'm done, I'm hacked. I'll stream in a party hat. And I'll blow a whistle with the little streamers on it every kilometre. Ali Mac, welcome along. Nice setup there, pink hat. Good time to join. You've got about a kilometre warm-up before we hit the climb. Jesper, thank you for the sponsorship there on the channel. Welcome along. Alright, one last climb to go. This is the UCI course. They will be using, and I suspect Zwift will do a route badge for this after I've done it. Rob Rain, welcome along. UCI Esports 2020 start date. I believe it's December 8th and 9th. So Gary, I've got to get on this. I've got to get on my Twitter stream here. You're dropping some awesome info bombs there on the UCI Road Worlds. Let me have a look. Oh, I can't miss this turn. We're going to the top. And I'm going to have to change gears. There we go. 5 minutes ago, just announced, or just tweeted. Thank you, chat, for alerting me of this breaking news. Imola. Let's have a look over here on cycling tips, but I cannot miss this turn. Hey, hey. Who do we have with us? Llama, welcome along. Now I've got to get this turn. Let's drop a feather here. Only races elite categories with the women's time trial scheduled for the 24th of September. Go September. How good's September going to be for cycling? I hope it continues on. Okay, Volcano KOM. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Swiss government rulings. Okay, so Cycling Tips has the information there regarding all this. Okay. Wattage up the climb. Let's aim for... Let's see how we go. I'll see how I feel. We're going to push over 200. We're not racing. It's just I need a solid tempo up here. Good stuff. Alrighty. 9 circuits. 5,000 meters of climbing. What? 5,000 meters of climbing? Boom. I will be having a look at that. Question is, will Zwift spin up a virtual course of that in a couple of weeks? Unlikely. That's a lot of work. Alright, taking the shortest route with the stud, so here. Chop. Alright, tour stream, 152 Ks. No breakaway indication? So there's no breakaway? Thanks, Jesper. Am I riding sideways a little bit? Am I drifting? Am I Tokyo drifting? Is that... Was that real, or am I just going cross-eyed a bit? Am I going full send? Yeah. Do I get a burnout jersey for the longest drift up the volcano? This is sick. Yeah! I'm slipping on the hill. Oh, straightens up. Back to the slip. That's hilarious. I'm drifting away. You. Where's the... Can I wave and drift? I'm drifting the whole way. There's no... This is awesome. It looks so weird. I'm guessing what's happening. There's something happening there with the line on the road that I can or can't cross. That's full send. That is full send at 250 watts up the climb. I'm gonna have to go harder. I'm too fast, too furious. Yes, the Buffalo bike. This thing just floats. Yeah. Woo, out of the saddle send. Ah, that's interesting. It's straight on Ali Mac's screen. Anyone get sick from the view? Oh, I do. What difficulty setting? This is on Nitro. It's on 100. Oh, look at that drift. Where's the camera? Television drift. Yes. Oh, in the corner. Yeah. Oh. Yes. That's MotoGP style right there. Oh, oh, what control. Jack Miller, there we are. There's another Aussie that goes full send. Yeah, coming at you. Kano Drift. It's a new in-game feature. It's making me push harder. So I've locked it on the inside. I'm just tinkering what's obviously a little bug, the graphics. I can go straight if I jump out of that lane. That's not fun. That's fun. Hey, Boogie Butt. Welcome along. I'm Drifty Butt. It's slippery on the wood here. Oh, I've swept up a storm here. We are Drift Club. Not quite as funny as the velodrome that I had going there that time after doing Repack Ridge and getting stuck in a circle loop that I rode another 20 kilometers with. This is awesome. So much of the rear tyre on this thing. I'm going to have to go to the drop shop. I'm going to be riding on the metal rim in a minute. Oh, I'm sweating up a storm. Alright, final section of What Be the Road World. Can you imagine the power the pros are going to be putting out up here? It will be phenomenal. This last pinch, which will so craftily drift around. Woo! Oh! Come on, caveman avatar. Get up there. Oh, it's jumping on the screen now. It doesn't know what to do. Oh, there we are. We are done. Sprint at the end. I'm toast. I am toastier than toast. I'll do a full... Yeah, full drift. Good job. So there we are. Road World Drifting Championship. E-drifting. Whew. All right, descent party. So you do need to pedal a little bit in the middle. You're after a little warm up for your ride. Feel free to join. We'll roll back into town as the call down, 53.4. That'll knock us up to around 60 k's. As the Tour de France Stage 5 hits 146 k's to go on my stream. That's hilarious. I wonder if the drift happens on the way... Oh, if the drift happens on the way down with the speed. Oh, we're in for a treat tonight. Vin Diesel's going to call up and he want to make a movie about this. It was drift e-bikes. Oh. Whew. That's 2 hours, really? Okay, the pros are going to do that a lot faster than what I've done tonight. Yeah, the Dorito's still fine. Might need a little bit of grease on the free hub though, if you can. You probably can't hear that with the voice suppression that I have on there. I could be Vin Diesel's... Probably be his father, actually. How old's Vin Diesel? Hey Siri, how old is Vin Diesel?
Someone is 53 years old.
Apparently he's old enough to be my father. In a weird kind of way, but... Wow, I didn't know he's that old. 53, there we go. Thanks for subscribing, Dave. Much appreciated. We'll do a bit of drift celebration for that subscribe. Let's go, drifty boy, come on. Is it? Oh, this is going to be hilarious around this corner. Come on. Full speed drift. Yes. Oh, is it? It's drifting the other way. No, there we go. Yeah, it's not as funny with this way because it's drifting, instead of drifting outwards. Oh. Personal fave direct trainer. Ah, there's no. I have no answer for that one. People call me sitting on the fence, but I'm sitting on trainers most of the days. Look, they're all very similar now at the top end because they've all gone through multiple generations and come up with a similar solution. So you can't go too wrong. Top of the range anywhere around. The trainer that I've done most kilometers on would be the kicker. I was going to say kicker core, but kicker and kicker core, same thing, effectively. Most kilometers on those. Accuracy-wise, the original Tax Neo, I've used that a lot, but what I'm on tonight, the Doretto X, I've used its younger brother, Doretto, quite a lot for accuracy testing with the OTS torque sensor in that. If you were playing the long game with erg mode tonight, this thing's holding erg pretty well, as you saw with the Doretto XR. Yeah, I've pretty much collected them all, and I pretty much ride them all for different reasons. So, no real answer. But my favourite trainer though, Mon Revolution. There's hands down, no question about it. It's not a smart trainer. It's loud as hell. But for training, the way I'd like to do self-selected tempo sessions, the Mon Revolution. They don't make them anymore. It's not through axle compatible. It's me being nostalgic. Jerry, mate, how we doing? Hey Jerry, are you hitting up erg? Who's taking care of erg? I held the baton for a little bit there, mate, and I rode erg, but I have to pass that on. Jerry's streaming quite often over on the ODZ live channel on Twitch and around, and Jerry loves his erg on the H3. I think you have, Jerry. Is it the Hammer H3? Saris H3? All right, halfway down the K now. We'll go to 60 Ks. H3, there we go. So there's another trainer to add to the mix. The H3, buttery smooth for erg transitions and stabilizer. And Ray said the same thing. Erg just really well on it. $4 a.m. There's only one reason why I get up at 4 a.m. at the moment. And that's because I have a little version of me who likely needs some kind of attention. He's been good lately, though. I was never an early morning person, ever. Late nights, easy. Easy to do late nights. 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. You know, you get in the zone editing videos or working or just... we're going to go straight back into town. And we'll go give some ride-ons to all the new Zwifters in that little bunch. Never a morning person. But now we have a new member of the family. Well, he's a year-old now, but he's an alarm clock that's set to 7 a.m. on the dot every day. 7 a.m. It's all good. Would I consider waxing my chain if you're riding indoors? Absolutely not. And funnily enough, you mentioned that. I've done a video on chain waxing. I've done a video on using a wax chain indoors. It's not going to result in any good feedback from anybody who likes waxing chains. To be honest, the waxy stuff, everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So it was the first ride of the chain. So obviously when you wax the chain, you've got to go outside and break it in, and the flakes and stuff everywhere. No, absolutely not indoors. Not a chance. I understand it, I appreciate it. There's applications for wax chains. Dirt, dross, gravel, if you've got the time and the equipment. But man, it actually got in the air vents on one of the trainers that I had too. That was fun cleaning out. So waxing, no. Not for me. NYC, McLeod, how you doing, mate? Good morning. It'd have to be morning there. Spent probably 3 days. Was it 3 days or 2 days in New York? It's for the Zwift Run launch. I just happened to be in the States at the time, so that I booked a flight over from one side to the other. given I was 16,000 k's from home anyway, wasn't much of a flight. Freezing cold in New York. Amazing place to see though. I'm glad I went. Downtown. So we were down in Soho for that. Within a block of where Casey Neistat had his little studio. So I walked past that. It's surreal seeing Casey's studio. Big talent on YouTube and around. Where did I go? And then Al, who was working on the Broadway musical Frozen, Disney's Frozen. Saw I was in town on my Instagram and invited me along for a backstage tour of a Broadway setup. Unbelievable that I got to. I wasn't there to see a play or anything like that. No, I'll do that another time when I'm on proper holiday mode. For someone to reach out and say, hey, come and have a look at this. And underneath everything, in a little tiny room, Al had set up a Zwift cave. So he's working long hours on the show and all the technical side of that, but had set up a trainer, Apple TV downtown, a little swing arm on the TV and a fan. And he said, hey, I watched your videos and your setups and I got this. Unbelievable to see that. Ghost town right now, mate. I'm sorry to hear that that's hit you guys so hard. We've seen the news, but yeah. People, you have to go there once. You've got to go there at least once. I don't think I could never live there. Oh God, no. Here we go. Rock and roll. Watopia as we know it from when it started off. Original start point. Let's drop some ride-ons here. So here are everyone spawning on their normal rides here. And you'll see the little group of orange riders starting off their induction to the platform. Tons of them during March 18th onwards, where everything got in lockdown. Now, is there any? Usually the flag is set to nothing. There they are. Every time. We'll go say good day. Okay, there they are. Look, that's all the brand new Zwifters signing up. Cheers, Ellie. Let's go right through the bunch. Look at that. That's all the ride-ons. There we go. So they're just sitting there ready to go through all their inductions. There we go. There's a Zwifter being born, everyone. Like a chicken breaking from the virtual egg. Enjoy your Ks. That's pretty cool to see that. If you're not knowing what you're looking for, it just looks like a group of riders. But that's the spawn point. When you first sign up, log everything in, you're like, I'm a new trainer. Oh, I want to do those hills. I want to tick those route badges. That's where everyone starts. And what you're seeing there is people doing their first K. And if you're crazy enough, what am I on? 33,598 of those Ks. Boom. I'm having a proud dad moment. It's more so the tech the tech that I'm really into and have been for years and years and years. People are still getting it, buying it, and enjoying it, setting their own goals. That's super cool. Anyhow, there we go. There's tonight's stream. Where are we with the? My stream has stopped. I'll go have a look at the tour in a moment. But that's the course. That's the UCI Esports Road Worlds 2020, first week of December. There's going to be a ton of stuff announced between now and then. I am really keen to see what trainer Zwift are going to select, Zwift and the UCI. One trainer to rule them all. So they're going to, I guess, put tenders out and talk to all the companies about what trainers they're going to select and send out trainers to 200 really. If they can find 200 trainers, good luck. Then the national federations have to get their head around selection processes and things like that. So we'll see announcement of teams. There'll be test events. I'm keen to see how they do it. If it's maybe they'll put in a few little things for the community. I mean, every time there's something on for the pros, like the virtual Tour de France, we had the virtual Etape. I'm keen to see if they put anything on for us, even if it's just a route badge for us to go and do that. I can donate my kicker snap. Intermediate sprint and 5Ks. Everyone go switch over and watch the tour. Should be heating up now. They're about 140k, 135k to go. Anyhow, that's what tonight's stream was about. I did some testing. We got some data. We'll have a look at that. Most of all, I got another 2 hours in the saddle, another 60k's. No route badge. This is all good training for the other ones that are coming up. I have 3 ascents of Alp to Zwift. Oh, coming up for that. But we know what's coming, so we'll get the gearing right and all that. For now, I'm going to... 60... Come on, 61k's. Damn this Zwift effect. Do I take rest days? Mate, I've sort of stuffed up my training and didn't take Monday as a rest day, and I am pretty sore at the moment. But it's still low volume, so I'm going to push through it until I feel really bad. 61. There we go. That's a round number for some. And we'll stop there. Rest days, you just go on feel. Really, if you can't get through your sessions, if you're pulling out, and it gets to like the mental motivation as well. If I'm toast, I just don't even want to get on the bike. 61k's can't leave it at that. Get to 70. Yeah, but if I get to 70, that's close to 100. If I'm at 100, maybe I should go for like the 160. I'm at 160. We're close to 200. See, it doesn't stop. I can stop now. I can stop. I'm a recovering Zwiftaholic. All right, everyone, go watch the tour. Enjoy your day. We'll be back again hopefully tomorrow, next day. What is today? Today... It's Tuesday or Wednesday? They all roll into one. Today's Wednesday. Oh, I missed the hump day ride. I rarely catch the hump day rides now. I'm putting Max to bed at night time. But always a good ride to be a part of. All right, Jerry, I will have a fun day. Everyone, again, thank you so much for the company. I really enjoy it. That makes my 2 hours fly. I can talk about this stuff non-stop, and I do, and I'll no doubt be back soon doing it all again. Any questions at all? Anything I do, the videos, tech, anything like that, trainers, you name it, power meters. I like the comments on the videos that I make of those. I watch all the comments that come through. And so does everyone else too. So it's really handy when questions are asked in public, even in chat here, when people rewatch. We can all learn. And as I said before, it's not just about you guys asking me stuff, I'm asking you stuff. So it's about me learning too. Rise of Japan, you are on for a live chat one night here. We'll do Discord. And anybody else who wants to get involved in maybe a Discord chat or something, hey, look, we can do anything. We're in ISO. Sky's the limit about what we can bring in. Maybe do some rides, some route badge stuff. You name it. For now, as I said, I better stop talking because I can keep going all night. Not an even number. Hey, look, it's an even. It's 61. It's not 61.1 or 3 or something. It's close enough. Depends what you divide by. Divide it by 1. We're all good. Good night, everybody. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by.